Welcome to Stoic Moves. What if the people who seem closest to you are the ones you need to watch out for the most? What if danger doesn't announce itself with anger, but hides behind a smile? And what if recognizing the silent threats around you could literally save your life? Today, we're uncovering the hidden dangers lurking in everyday relationships. The people who smile to your face while secretly plotting your downfall. These aren't the enemies you expect, and the signs they give are easy to miss. Until it's too late. You might think this sounds extreme, but the reality is far more terrifying than most realize. Right now, someone you know could be harboring intentions darker than simple dislike or hatred. What makes this even more dangerous is how subtle their moves are. This isn't about paranoia or fear. It's about protecting yourself with knowledge that could save your life. What I'm about to share are 5 critical signs that most people overlook. These signs separate ordinary hatred from something far more sinister, deadly: intent. By the time this video ends, you'll know exactly what to look for, and most importantly, how to protect yourself from those who want to cause you serious harm. Let's start with the first and most chilling sign: the silent observer. This isn't your typical stalker or nosy neighbor. When someone wants to harm you, they observe you with a terrifying intensity, far beyond normal curiosity or anger. They track your daily routines with military precision. The truly frightening part: they do it so subtly, most never notice until it's almost too late. Think about your social media. Have you seen someone who always seems to know where you've been, even if you haven't posted it? They might be watching through mutual friends, analyzing every detail of your life. These people don't just follow you online. They create elaborate systems to monitor your every move. They know your favorite coffee spot, your gym schedule, even your grocery shopping times. And then it gets even more disturbing. They begin showing up where you regularly go. Their timing is never a coincidence. Maybe they start using your gym at the exact times you do, or they're always at your favorite cafe just when you arrive. This is calculated surveillance. Let me be clear. This is the first deadly sign that separates simple hatred from murderous intent. These people aren't just angry or holding grudges. They are gathering intelligence about your life, learning your vulnerabilities and habits, waiting for the perfect opportunity. You need to start paying attention right now. Notice who appears regularly in your daily life without explanation. Watch for those who seem to know personal details you haven't shared publicly. And trust your instincts. If something feels off about someone's presence, don't ignore it. Now let me tell you about Sarah's story, which perfectly illustrates our second deadly sign: the sabotage strategy. Sarah thought her co-worker was just difficult at first, but soon she noticed a terrifying pattern. This person wasn't just making her life hard, they were systematically destroying everything she had built. This brings us to sign number 2, the saboteur. These people don't just want to hurt you, they want to eliminate your entire support system. They start by spreading subtle but poisonous rumors to your closest friends. They plant seeds of doubt about your character at work. What makes their actions truly sinister is how skillfully they do it. Each incident seems unrelated, disconnected. Think about recent conflicts in your life. Have you noticed someone who's behind almost every problem, yet always appears innocent? They're not just mean. They're executing a calculated plan to isolate you completely. They destroy your reputation at work while poisoning your personal relationships. They create situations designed to make you look unstable, unreliable, or untrustworthy. Continuing from the subtle sabotage and manipulation, it's important to understand how these destructive actions go beyond ordinary conflicts. The key difference lies in the systematic and calculated nature of their behavior. Unlike normal arguments or disagreements, these individuals do not act on impulse. Every move they make is carefully planned and executed with precision. Sometimes, they may even pose as concerned friends to others around you, weaving a web of deceit while actively working behind your back to ruin your life. Their goal isn't just to make you look bad. They want to leave you vulnerable and isolated, completely alone without support. To protect yourself in such situations, it's critical to start documenting everything. Save emails, keep text messages, and record every suspicious, or harmful incident. Build a network of trusted people who truly know your character and can help see through the lies and manipulation. Remember, these people aren't just angry. They are carrying out a calculated strategy designed to destroy you completely. Now let's uncover the third and perhaps the most deceptive sign that someone wants you dead: the false friend facade. You might think of that person who suddenly became overly nice to you, the one who used to barely acknowledge your presence, but now seems eager to know every detail of your life. This sudden closeness should actually send a chill down your spine. This isn't merely about someone pretending to be your friend. It's about someone infiltrating every part of your life to find the perfect moment and place to strike. They become the shoulder you cry on, the person you trust with your secrets, and sometimes they even get close to your family members. But what makes this truly dangerous is that every piece of information you share with them becomes a weapon in their arsenal. Think carefully about anyone in your life who has shown an unusual interest in your personal affairs. They ask about your daily schedule, your habits, even your fears, all while acting as if they genuinely care. But they are not gathering information to help you. They are collecting intelligence for something far more sinister. And speaking of intelligence, if you're finding this video valuable and want to stay safe from these dangerous individuals, don't forget to subscribe. Just like predators carefully study their targets, you need to study their patterns to protect yourself. These false friends don't just want your trust. They want access to your vulnerabilities. They are looking for ways to enter your home, your workplace, or any place where you feel safe. They're not building a friendship. They're constructing a blueprint for your destruction. Now, pay close attention, because what I'm about to share is the fourth deadly sign that could literally save your life. When someone wants you dead, they don't rush into murder. Instead, they test the waters first with what might seem like harmless aggression. But don't be fooled. This is a calculated escalation. Let me be clear, when someone harbors murderous intentions, they start with subtle threats, often disguised as jokes. They might say things like, "I could kill you right now," and then laugh it off. Or they might casually show off a weapon collection. These aren't random remarks. They're carefully testing your reactions and boundaries. You need to understand this pattern of escalation. It begins with verbal aggression, subtle threats, and intimidating comments. Then, if unchecked, it moves to physical intimidation. Recognizing this progression early can be the difference between survival and tragedy. Building naturally from recognizing escalating threats, it's vital to understand another subtle but deadly pattern: how these dangerous individuals push boundaries bit by bit, testing how much they can get away with. Have you ever noticed someone standing just a little too close? Maybe they accidentally bump into you or block your path in ways that feel suspicious rather than coincidental. These are not accidents. They're calculated moves designed to gauge your vulnerability and see how you respond. What makes this pattern so dangerous is that each time you don't react strongly, they push further. That offhand joke about harming you gradually turns into a more direct threat. That accidental bump may become a shove. They aren't merely aggressive by chance. They are systematically testing the limits of your tolerance, seeing exactly how far they can go before you push back. Your survival depends on recognizing this pattern early. Don't dismiss those jokes about violence. Don't normalize their creeping physical intimidation. These are not signs of someone who merely dislikes you. They're the warning signs of someone preparing for something far more sinister. Now, let me introduce the fifth and most dangerous sign that someone wants you dead: the patient predator. This isn't about obvious threats or immediate aggression. It's about someone playing the long game, a game of deception and patience that could span months or even years. Understanding this can literally mean the difference between life and death. These predators are masters of concealment because they know that time is their deadliest weapon. They never act on impulse. Instead, every move is calculated far in advance. They don't seek quick revenge or immediate gratification. Their goal is something much darker, a perfect plan, executed flawlessly. Watch for someone who shows unusual interest in your future plans. They might casually inquire about your upcoming vacation, retirement dreams, or long-term career moves. But beware. This is not curiosity born of kindness. It's intelligence gathering, a methodical mapping of opportunities to cause harm. When the moment is just right, these predators are patient beyond belief. They might spend months or years cultivating what seems like a normal relationship, a trusted colleague, a reliable neighbor, or even a close friend. All the while, they wait silently for the perfect moment to strike. What makes this sign especially terrifying is how normal everything appears on the surface. There are no obvious red flags because they are playing a much longer, deeper game. They set traps and manipulate situations that won't come to fruition until months or years later, making their intentions nearly impossible to detect without the right knowledge. Now let's be clear. If you recognize any of these 5 signs in someone close to you, you're not just dealing with a simple enemy or hater. You might be facing a potential killer. The difference between becoming another tragic story and surviving comes down to what you do right now with the knowledge you've gained. Ignoring these signs after watching this video isn't just unwise. It can be potentially fatal. You now know the 5 deadly indicators: the silent observer, the saboteur, the false friend, the escalating aggressor, and the patient predator. If you keep ignoring these warnings, you're essentially giving these people permission to continue their deadly game. Before this video ends, I want you to do 2 things. First, save this video for future reference. You might need to review these signs again. Second, check out the next video that's about to appear on your screen. It's all about spotting covert narcissists, because these deadly intentions often come hand in hand with narcissistic personality traits. Your life might literally depend on what you learn next. Remember, knowledge is your first line of defense, but action is what keeps you alive. Stay safe, stay alert, and most importantly, stay alive.